Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cleveland, Ohio, I give you BVO.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weeping and blocking defeat ain't an option. Let them know, shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know, every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know, I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show, this is BVO.
On behalf of BVO Boxing TV, we would like to thank our sponsor, Raycon. Don't forget to grab your Raycon Everyday Earbuds, the perfect bass model for premium sound, with active noise cancellation to block out distractions and transparency mode to keep you aware of your surroundings. They're ideal for your everyday needs. Just visit rayconglobal.com. That's rayconglobal.com and elevate your listening experience.
Yo,
What up?
what it do? What it do?
Cracking.
What's up, Prize? What's up, D? How y'all brothers feeling?
What's up, brothers? Happy Sunday.
All right.
Waiting for BBO, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm feeling blessed. My daughters turned 14 today. My twin girls turned 14 today. I'm feeling
Happy birthday.
Happy anniversary to it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little grown young women now. They act like they grown. I'm like, y'all still teenagers. Y'all just in y'all second year of teenage. But
That's always a beautiful thing, though.
Yeah, man.
What y'all think about them fights last night? Them joints was whack.
I mean, the main event of the ammo fight was good. The ammo fight was good. I think the judges was a little outrageous.
Yeah.
But the fight itself was a good fight. The Armando Vargas fight, that was
Trash.
a horrible fight. That fight there, it didn't do no justice for the Vargas name. He might be the worst fighter out of the brothers, because
Floppy
like
feet.
I said last night when we was covering, that's the first time that I actually watched him live, and
Right.
I was expecting him to be a lot better than that. So when I saw it, I was like, "This is Armando." I'm like, "Oh,
Big
he's
trash.
horrible."
Yeah.
Not a sloppy feet, Crush. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's the least talented out of his brothers. My honest opinion. And I see him getting put to sleep with that style of fight that he doing. Somebody gonna make him clock Z.
Mm-hmm.
Me, he gonna get hit with a dose of NyQuil, and it's gonna be over for boy. He need to tighten up. I'm not impressed on him like that.
He needs a lot of work. His feet.
Yeah.
I noticed that his feet was horrible. That's what got me. Like
Yeah.
he was just sloppy, lunging in, leaning forward, getting clipped with uppercuts. Somebody gonna melt him, bro. What weight was that? Was that 40?
That was at 140. He fights
Yeah,
at
he
140.
come on now. Like the top guys take this kid out. He needs a lot of work. He's 12-0 now, 5 knockouts. So he got a little ways to go.
Mm-hmm.
But he got his feet. I don't know if you can train that. His feet was horrible.
I mean, he kept switching from southpaw to orthodox. He need to focus on one style, because that was a horrible outing last night, and he can't be proud of what he did. last
No.
night. I know at the end of the fight, of course you're gonna say whatever you gotta say for the fans or whatever, but go back looking at that fight. I know Fernando's not happy with the output that he put out, and I know he can't be happy with the showing that he put out because that fight was horrible. He got hit clean
Yeah.
a lot, a lot. His defense is horrible. The punch placement that he was putting out there was horrible. No, it was just a horrible outing
Yeah.
altogether, all the way around.
And that was the main event, D3. That made it worse. But the kid, like, he's sloppy, man. Like, he don't know what he wants to do. And I don't know if he really won that fight. I would have to go back and look at it because
I
looking
said
at it in real time, I had that guy winning.
no, I said the other guy won that fight
Yeah.
5-3. They
Hmm.
gave that to Armando Vargas, and I don't understand how. Because I mean, well, I know how they gave it to him. I don't know why. Because he's not a big name. They moving Emiliana more than they moving him. So I don't understand why they did that for him. Maybe because of the father, but no, that he should have lost so he knows, hey, I got a lot of work I gotta do. I got a lot
Yeah.
of work I gotta do. You give guys favorable wins like that, they feel like everything they doing is fine. They don't have nothing to work on.
Yep.
That's what makes it bad because they get comfortable in that zone, and then when they get in front of somebody, they ain't got to be top tier, but they get there with somebody that's pretty much decent average in boxing, ain't gonna be on their game, they can easily beat him. I'm not impressed by him like that at all. He got work to do.
Yeah. A lot of work crushed him. Like I said, I noticed D3 was more amazed how he was getting hit with clean shots. I was more amazed how terrible his foot placement, his footwork was. It was just all over the place. Like Free said, he was southpaw 1 minute. He didn't know what to do with that guy. And that guy ain't no world beater. So if he go in there with some of them top dogs, man, this weather is crazy
He
down
can't.
here, bro.
I'm not even putting him in there with a top dog. Like right now, he can't get past the sea level fighters. Like
Right.
the guy he
Was
was
that
in there
guy
with.
even sea level free? Was
No,
he?
that man was below average. That man was below average.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
He
wasn't
can't.
really good, but he was landing some shots though.
I'm gonna put it this way. I'm gonna put it this way. Everybody gets down on Antoine for the fight against Bartholomew. Bartholomew is a 2 division champion. Everybody say, "Oh, Bartholomew ain't that good. He ain't got no power like that or whatever." Bartholomew is a tough veteran. Bartholomew stops Armando Vargas in the third
right now.
round. In the
He
third
stops him
round.
right now. He stops him
No,
right now.
no,
I
no.
don't know. I don't know. I've never thought he was good. I don't even think the older brother is that good, to tell you the truth. I think Emiliano's the one that has all the talent, but
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. Like I said it before. I was like, this kid is really not that good. Like I've
Yeah,
seen him before. I
sloppy,
was like,
man.
he's not good at all. I'm
No.
like, I don't know if y'all remember when BVO put up that damn thing with him and Moulton. I'm like, bro, Moulton probably killed him today. Like I was like, he
Yes,
kills him today. Like he's really not
yes.
Oh
that
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He would be.
Really not that good.
Moulton stops Armando. Moulton stops
Yes,
Armando.
he
And
not gonna
Moulton
be able to handle that pressure.
and Moulton is not even at 140. Moulton is at 35. He just moved to 35. But he'll stop Armando.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
that's a one
I think
that's a
he'll stop him,
140
especially if the fight go like, especially if it's like a 10 rounder, like where they got some time. I think
I
that
don't even
Tremel will stop him.
I don't even think it goes that long. I think Moulton stops him within 5 rounds. Within 5 rounds. I don't even think he needs a 10 rounder. Dog. Y'all gotta understand. This dude was getting hit with clean shots from a guy that's not considered a boxer. He's considered a below average fighter. Moulton beats both those guys last night. Easy.
Hmm.
Both those guys last night. Easy.
He's in the same night, honestly, go ahead, Drew. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't see what everybody's hoopla about him is. So. I don't really know what to tell y'all with that one. That's your man BVO that be hyping them up.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, yeah, BVO does like Armando. I never really heard him talk about Armando. I mean, he likes Emiliana. I never really
Yeah.
heard him talk about Armando, but I mean, he shouldn't be talking about him because
He not very good.
Yeah.
he's nothing to be bragging
Not
about.
good.
Not, he's definitely not nothing to be bragging about because that man looked like that was his first pro fight. That's what it looked like last night. That looked like that was his first pro fight.
That was bad.
It looked
If
like
you
it
That
would have,
was
was
his last pro fight too.
yeah, if you would have took away their record, I would have thought that this was these guys' first fight. I would have thought it was their first fight in the pros.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was that bad, free. And like they should have put the ammo fight on for the main joint.
I mean, Ammo was them. I mean, they should have had all these fights on one card. They
Yeah.
shouldn't
yeah,
have
they
had
should
two
have.
fight cards.
Yeah, they
Oh,
definitely
All
okay.
should have.
on one card.
Oh,
Did y'all
okay.
watch Nick Ball fight yesterday or not?
I
Nah,
missed it.
I
I
I
missed
missed
it.
it
missed it.
Yeah.
all.
I heard Nick Bo got the victory, but I missed the daggone fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got much ball.
I didn't even get to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I was
I
doing
was like,
some
yeah.
Nothing.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess that I didn't need to see it if I didn't see
I
it.
knew I knew Nick Ball was going to win though. I knew he was going to win, but I missed the fight.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Last night, I was watching some of the Ammo Williams fight last night, but I don't know. He looks good, but he needs to work on his gas tank. That's what it is. Honestly, his gas tank be iffy to me. I
Yeah.
just
Talking about me and D
And
was talking about that last night
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
about his gas tanks. It's so obvious.
and I don't think he has a gas tank problem. I think it's more so he takes a lot of clean body shots. He takes a
yeah, he
lot
does
of
that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
that dude is a body puncher, and he took a lot of clean body shot. And I think that's mostly what Ammo problem is. He takes clean body shot. He doesn't protect his body. He protects his head, but he doesn't protect his body very well. And I
Yeah,
mean, you getting hit with body shot, it's going to take a toll on you. I don't care what kind of boxer you is. You could be Floyd Mayweather. You take enough
hmm
body shots by the later rounds, it's going to take a toll on you.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a
I
fact.
mean, I just don't. I mean, they need to. Ammo needs to work on his defense. The boxing ability he has it.
Yeah,
The footwork he has it. But the defense he needs to work on that. He needs to work on his defense because he takes too
yeah,
many shots. That's how he lost to Saras. He took
Yeah.
clean
yeah.
shots. He took way too many clean shots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would like to see
Yeah, no,
that rematch.
I like him. Yeah, I like him. He's cool. Like, but it's just,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to see that. I would rather see that rematch. Like,
Yeah.
especially now after like Shiraz's last like performance, I'll definitely want to see that rematch.
I think
Yeah.
even in the rematch, I think Ammo lose that fight.
Mm.
In a rematch,
Yeah, I think he lose that fight. Now he said he had the flu or whatever, and he couldn't. I think it was him that said he had the flu and he couldn't train properly or whatever for that fight. I believe that was him that I was listening to in the interview. But I think he lose that fight
Mm.
because he doesn't. His defense is what's lacking, and
right?
Saras can punch. And I think it's going to be roughly the same outcome. It might last a little bit longer, but I think it's going
Right.
to be roughly the same outcome.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
I
my
like to
fault.
see Ammo try to get his get back in there. He might. I don't know. Like you said, like both of y'all
No,
just said, if he can work on his endurance and his gas tank, he might can be okay.
Need to
yeah,
work
I
on
mean,
his defense.
I'm not stopping him from getting at me because that's my opinion. I mean, who knows? Ammo might go in there and he might stop Soraz. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion, what I'm saying. But I think he definitely needs to work on his defense because he gets hit with too many clean shots. I don't care who he get in there with. If he get in there with anybody of the next level at 160, he's gonna get beat up. He might pull out the win, but he's gonna get beat up. He's gonna take a lot of damage.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like somebody like Jennebeck, he probably gets stops against Jennebeck because Jennebeck is a big puncher. He's a big puncher. Now he might have some success with Jennebeck early, but that steady, constant coming forward by Jennebeck and going to the body and hitting you with power shots, it's going to take a toll on Ammo. He's going to end up getting stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jennebeck puts a lot of heat on, but he turned the heat up. But
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
don't
if
know.
Ammo ready for that. I don't know if he's ready for that.
Either.
No, I wouldn't put him in there with nobody like Jennebeck right now.
No.
I go work in the gym and work on his defense and put him in there with another test. Far as let's see where his defense is at. See if he improved on his defense.
The
Because like
rematch with Shiraz.
I wouldn't even put him in with the rematch with Saraz right now. I will put him in there with somebody to see if he had improved on his defense. Because when I put him in there with Saraz, I wanted to be a fact of Saraz was just a better fighter, not the fact that we had holes in our defense that we never corrected. I don't want
Yeah.
that to be the excuse. I wanted to be the fact that if
So you want
Saraz
him to
wins the
fight
fight,
you want him to fight a jobber then?
I mean,
Yeah.
he can fight
Stephen
whoever.
Butler.
Like I said,
Stephen
I want
Butler
him to
would be
fight
good for
somebody.
him.
Yeah, I want him to fight somebody that I believe he can beat, but we're going to see if he has improved on his defense. That's what I would do. I would say, okay, look, he got some holes in his defense. I know he's a good fighter. Let's go ahead and work on his defense in camp. We could put him in there with somebody that we know that he should be able to beat easily, but it's going to show whether he improved on his defense or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remains to be seen.
I
So
don't know.
I feel like Free wants to take an easy one. That's what it sounds like.
Nah, I get what he's saying, but he does need to improve on his defense, and it's kind of more like you got to prepare him for that because again, besides the Shiraz fight, I don't know who he fought after before that. Like I know he fought Booker, but Booker was coming up from 54 to 60, so
Yeah,
it's not like that's his weight class. So it's
right.
not like it's
See,
you know what I'm saying. Not like we're saying, yo, he fought world beaters or he fought somebody with a decent name. Yeah, throw him in there with like a Stephen Butler or throw him in there with dude that fought Charlo, the bigger one, Cueto, or whatever his name was. Throw him in there with dudes like that come forward, that like to fight, that make you feel uncomfortable, just so you can get used to that, or at least improve on your defense while you working in camp with
right.
that. Because you can't just throw yourself in there with like somebody like a Shiraz and then think that's going to be better. Again, maybe stylistically, Shiraz probably has the better matchup for him. But again, somebody like Janabek's not gonna stop coming forward. He's gonna come forward throwing punches all the time. It's
Hmm.
not like he's not stopping throwing punches. He's gonna keep throwing until he cracks you. And then when he cracks you and he sees you fold, then that's the problem. So he
Yeah,
can't
see,
he can't just throw him in there with them.
If he come
yeah,
at
see,
all ammo like that early though, Free, he might get smoked. He might get clipped with something with all that because ammo can
I,
punch, but
yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm part of the. I'm from the old school. I'm part of that generation that we want to have our fighter well prepared for his big moment. I don't want to just throw him. Oh, we moved him up in the ranks, so let's put him in there, and he's not prepared for that moment because what a lot of people don't understand. These young guys wait for that big moment to fight for a title, and if you put him in there and he's not prepared to fight for that title and try to make a good effort in winning that title, that can ruin a fighter more so than just a regular loss. Because that's their big moment. They work all this time to get to that moment to become a title fighter. And when you put them in there and they not prepared and they get beat up in a title fight, that fighter might not ever bounce back the way that you expect him to bounce back. Now he might still be a good fighter, but he may never be the fighter that we thought he could have been because you put him in there with somebody that he was not prepared to fight at all. So it's nothing wrong with getting your fighter better competition, moving them up slowly until you say, okay, you know what? We put him there with everybody that we could think of to get him ready for this moment. Now is his time. But if you sit there and say, okay, he had 4 fights, he had 5 fights, those were some tough guys. Okay, let's put him in there with a top 10 opponent. Okay, he got past him. He ready now. No, No, everybody can't move that fast. You got to understand what type of fighter you got. You got to slowly put them in there with tougher competition to where you see, okay, yeah, he fixed that. He made an improvement there. He made an improvement on that flaw that he had. He made an improvement on that flaw. But if you say, okay, then put him in here with him, oh, well, he got some holes we need to work on now. All right, we're going to put him in with tougher competition. Why are you putting him in with tougher competition when you see he got holes with this level of a competition? Put him in there with that same level. Let's see if he improved on that flaw that he had with the same level. He was just on this level. He had holes. You gonna put him in there with tougher competition, knowing that he got holes? No, you don't do that. You don't do that. That's not making your fighter better.
Well,
You still got
Antoine bounced. Antoine showed flaws, D free, and he came back and put on a 12-0, 11-1 performance and took a title. People
yeah,
say
but
Antoine had holes when he lost to that, and you criticized him yourself. And he had hole. It looked like he had a bunch of holes. Then the very next fight, I feel like he took on a tougher,
no,
tougher fighter
no,
and for a title, and he showed up and showed out.
no. I'm gonna tell you what he did. He stayed on the same level. The fight that he had that he lost, that was a title fight. That was still the same level as El Rayo. They didn't put him in there with a Tio. They didn't put him in there with a Richard Hitchens. They put him in there with the same level. I don't think El Rayo beats Alberto easy. I mean I think that's a 50-50 fight. I
Yeah,
think
I agree
Alberto
with that.
he can have some success with El Rayo. I think El Rayo can have some success with Alberto. So that's the same level of a fighter. So you just put him in there with another guy that's on the same level. That's what I'm talking about. You didn't put him in there. You didn't go from Alberto to daggone Tio or Devin or Ryan or Richardson. You didn't go from that guy to those guys. You went from Alberto to El Rayo, somebody who just moved up to 140. He had one fight at 140. That's still the same level of a fighter.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good. I feel like you get better, even if you put him in there with the same competition or a little bit tougher. I think he'll be fine.
It's weird though with like him though because like Ammo Williams he's not a Gary. He's not Gary Antoine. He's himself, which is two different styles. But again, like I said, like his style versus Shiraz, it kind of like plays more into Shiraz's hands. Again, it's not, his fault. It's just the style. But
Yeah.
it's just I don't even know how to really like describe that to you. It's hard because like somebody has your number, you have your number, they have your number. It's just that's all that is. You know
But
what I'm
see,
saying? You can't really.
now he could go in there with Siraj and Siraj could still beat him, but it can look a lot better. Like the fight that he had with Siraj, the first fight, he just got beat up. He got beat up the entire fight until they stopped it. He got beat up. So he can go in there and it be a more competitive fight. He doesn't get beat up as much. And he do a lot more damage to Siraj, but Siraj is the better fighter, so Siraj pulled it out. So that's the difference. Like I said, like you said, Siraj could just have his number, but you can still make it more competitive if you improve on where you were lacking the first time you faced him. If you improve on that, then it would be a more competitive fight. The same way like Earl Spence and Bud Crawford. Yeah, Earl got stopped. He got beat up by Bud. But if Earl goes into the gym and improve on the stuff that he had flaws in the first fight, and they go back and they fight again, and they go to this, and it is a competitive fight, Bud might still be the better fighter, but Earl improved on where he was lacking the first time. So it was still more of a competitive fight. It wasn't a one-sided fight the second time they fought. That's what I'm talking about. Like somebody can still have your number, but it can look a lot better because you improved on what you was lacking the first time.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
agree.
You got a pretty good assessment on that.
Remark bar.
I agree with you on that, D3. Um, but hey, man, yesterday I know it was a full day of boxing, but that card last night, violins was playing. They
Yeah.
had a whole whole 100-member violin band last night. Cause man, I had one eye open and half of my body was asleep watching that last night. They got to do better on that one, man. But yeah, but
I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird situation. Like I didn't catch like the fights on the Ammo Williams card. I caught the Ammo Williams fight. I caught that. I didn't catch the Berlanga fight. I didn't even catch the Jermaine Ortiz fight, which is weird because I always like usually will sit here watching fight and stuff. But
yeah,
that is I don't know. Like last night, I don't know. I wasn't really interested in anything else. I was like, oh, I really didn't want to feel like watching any of those. Like I wanted to watch a Nick Ball fight. I just didn't know what time it was at.
yeah,
That was
Nick
the only thing.
early. Forward to a
Yeah.
decision, right? Cause I gotta I try to
it went to a decision.
yeah, cause I only got to watch 2 rounds of the on the playback. So I'll watch it later on, man. Then I'll go back and watch the whole fight, man. But there was a lot going on. That's the thing.
Yeah. What's going on, Thomas Hill? What's going on, Naeem? What's going on, Bruce
Hey,
Gas?
yo, we got a hot topic this afternoon. We're gonna cook on in a few. And as you guys can see, as y'all come and smash the like button. We got a good topic. And this new boxing league thing. So they trying to annex boxing and bring in another faction. This is something that must be cooked on or all burners, and we have all the right brain intelligence in here to do that this afternoon.
Going on, Bruce? I mean Thomas and Todd.
We're
Nah, yeah,
definitely
it's a weird situation though. Like that whole thing. I was listening to you guys talk about that like a couple of days ago, and I was like, I don't even know how to like. I don't know how to express it, but I feel like they want to do it like the UFC, but it's like you can't do it like the UFC because the UFC is a whole different thing, and they forget that like this is more of an independent sport and stuff like that. So it's hard. Like I don't even know how to like even describe that.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out, can you even call it boxing? Because they talking about taking it down to what, like 1 minute rounds and fighting with lighter gloves. Now, that's not considered boxing.
nah.
It's not considered boxing. I
It's like
mean,
that.
you
It's like that other thing. It's like the other league, that TOC. I don't know if y'all have heard of that. I'm
Yeah.
maybe one of it. That
I heard of
dumbass league. It's just that shit is
Yeah.
stupid. It's dumb. I just don't like it. Like that just makes no sense. Why would you try to like? I would understand if you trying to get all the organizations together and all right, yo, let's just drop it right back down to one belt or something like that. That's not
but
even.
I'm
it's
cool with that.
just do say Nick Ball got a TKO in the 10th. I thought it went to decision, but it was
Oh,
I
not.
didn't
I'm
thanks,
gonna
see.
have to
thanks,
check that.
thanks, dude. It did go the distance because he got him out in the late rounds. But thanks, dude. I'm gonna go back and watch the rest of it because I only got a chance to watch 6 minutes on the playback because this was we was partying in the city this weekend, man. So I ain't get to see too much. But thanks for the info, bro. Always on point with that. Just do. Go ahead, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Justin.
I don't know what to think about the whole thing. What I do know is what everybody said that Turkey. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody. A lot of people said Turkey wasn't just trying to take over boxing. He was just trying to bring all of the promoters together. Nah, Turkey came out and let y'all know
Sure.
he's trying to start his own thing. He's trying to get some of the fighters for some of these promoters and start his own thing. He ain't trying to bring the promoters together or none of that. He was doing that to get in good with the fighters because in the US, in order for you to be able to get any of these fighters, you got to go through their promoters. So the only
Mm-hmm.
way he can get these fighters on board is by dealing with the promoters to get in good with the fighters. Now that the fighters know, hey, I can go make a bag over there with Turkey. So when their contract is up, they might be less likely to re-sign with that promoter because that promoter might not be giving them the money that they want. So now they're like, oh well, I can go over there to
Yeah.
Turkey. I know he's gonna give me a decent amount of money. That was his whole plan. It just got more revealed as of late, but that was his whole plan. That's why he was dealing with a lot of those fighters directly instead of dealing with the promoters until he realized, oh, I can't talk to these fighters without talking to the promoters. So he got in good with the promoters to get in good with the fighters. Now that he's in good with the fighters, he brought Dana White in. Let's start our own thing.
He has a pretty big lucrative deal too. They're supposed to
It
put
is.
up the money.
I heard he putting up a nice chunk of change to start this whole little league or whatever. I guess it's a league. I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I,
not.
I call it a catastrophic incident that's about to take place because I don't think it's going to work. Boxing, we don't need it. We don't need it any daggone way. We don't need nobody trying to come in and add some nonsense onto the sport. We deal and tolerate with enough nonsense that already come with this sport itself. So we don't need somebody that don't know nothing about boxing. I'm not letting that slide. This man knows nothing about boxing. I ain't gonna say he know enough. He ain't